And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition here of the Sparkling Tuna Cup, the STC number 125, your weekly dose of all things StarCraft. I'm, of course, SI VIP with you. I'm joined by these amazing players and by the people in the chat as well. Welcome, welcome, and all. As we dive into our first series of the broadcast. Again, for those that are just tuning in, this is a weekly tournament. Every single week we do have the Sparkling Tuna Cup. This is the longest running open cup in StarCraft, longer running than Wardy TV Mondays, Pickster Cups, Monday Night Weeklies, KSLs, and of the like. We've been running this for many years, and I'm sure many years to come as well. If you want to support this tournament, if you want to support the Tuna Cup, you can do so via Patreon, !at Patreon in the chat, and you'll get a link to our Patreon, page where you can help support the tournament and boost the prize pool even further for Tuna Cups, for Duckling Opens, and for Master Swan Opens as well, all funded via the Patreon. But here we go. We're jumping on in this morning in the top right hand corner of Tourmaline. We have the pink Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss. Representing among us the two people, it is ReBellioN. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the yellow Protoss player from the land of Hong Kong. It is Kosit. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we delve into our initial best of three. Catching up with the chat, I will quickly say, of course, a big shout out to Moritori. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing for 26 months, papi. 26 months of Twitch Prime as well. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you've been enjoying the casting and the StarCraft. Thank you, papi. Thank you. Thank you so much for all the support. We do appreciate it. As we're delving into our first matchup here, again, ! Be in the chat to have a look at the rest of the bracket yourselves. The bracket is live, the bracket is stacked, and we can delve into the rest of the bracket after this series. But now we're focusing on our PvP. So far, so good. A 2-gate opener out of ReBellioN, likewise a 2-gate opener out of Kosit as well. Everything's looking normal, everything's looking standard, at least so far, and we'll see how our players do deviate as the second pylons get thrown down. No proxies, no shenanigans. After this morning's broadcast, I appreciate it. If you weren't here this morning, we were casting StarCraft Evolution, and it was honestly non-stop cheese, non-stop aggression, non-stop all-ins. I don't think we ever got a PvP where we had a pylon inside the main. The second pylon, I mean, it was always proxy robo, proxy gateway, proxy blink, proxy all-ins, non-stop. It was crazy. But now we can calm down and we can settle into an expansion. We can settle into a macro game. So far, so good. So 2-gate opener into his own at natural. ReBellioN is expanding. Likewise, Kosit is as well. There is a pylon block, so ReBellioN, he will force out some units. He will delay the expansion. Cheeky start here for ReBellioN as the pylon even finishes. Meanwhile, across the map, we are still waiting for our own expand. It is going to be, double adept into quadruple adept, actually. That's a lot of adepts. Oh my god. A lot of adepts are going to be moving out as we can threaten the mineral lines and dive into said main. Likewise, nice block here. Nice block on the other adepts of his opponent. So far, so good. There's that natural expansion. ReBellioN keeping up. Does shade in time. Yeah, does shade, does wish to move out. As ReBellioN moves out, Kosit will be moving in. Nice moves here from our yellow Protoss. Nice move so far. We're here for the raid raffle. See, papi, see. If it's run so long, why do you look so young, papi? Ahí está. There's a pylon in the main. But you're an animal. I said you're an animal. Like Kosit with a cheeky pylon in the main base. Warp gate is just about to finish. And without finishing, we can warp an adept straight into the main. Remember, 2 adepts, they will one-shot probes. They will one-shot. You see ReBellioN in position, ready for a Stargate opener. ReBellioN, he is not fully aware of the tag of choice. It is going to be a Twilight Council out of Kosit. Adepts do threaten a shade, and Kosit is in position. Does wall up. Does wall off. Meanwhile, adepts are warping in. So far, only 1 adept. That's not quite going to be enough. But he's warping inside the main. So far, good reactions. Kosit, we need those adepts. Okay, just now warping in. Meanwhile, ReBellioN going into Robo, going into Glaives. Oh, going in a hyper-aggressive build here. But ReBellioN, can he sustain these losses? Can he retain his economy? Here come those adepts at the same time. Ooh, ReBellioN gets in. That should not have happened. He gets into the main. Probe's going to be going down. 5 worker kills already. At the same time, Kosit shades into the mineral line, but the army's in position, the battery as well, and these adepts are on A move. Yeah, they're on A move. ReBellioN gets away. And Kosit kills 2 probes. Only 2 workers, barely any damage. That was not quite worth it. There was potential here, but unfortunately ReBellioN got into the main and did cause some chaos, did cause some havoc, and Kosit was distracted. He was distracted. He wasn't able to be attentive. A pylon is shut down, and with that ReBellioN he defends. He's up by 10 workers, 32 probes to 22, and likewise we're building up Immortals, building up Adepts, getting ready for an all-in. Glaive Adepts, they do not scale well into a longer game, so again ReBellioN does not plan to get into a longer game. He plans to end it early with Mass Adept and Mass Immortal. Oh boy. Kosit's trying to recover. Now the one advantage that Kosit has is of course Blink. Blink is on the way. Blink will be available. And with Blink, we can try to bypass the army, dive into the main base, dive into the natural mineral line. There's potential with Blink, of course, but it's really the only thing that has any potential here for Kosit. Needs to find some damage, whether it's, say, a Warp Prism, some Immortals, probes, delaying the push, buying time to recover. Kosit moves out. ReBellion's ready for his own push. Looks like ReBellioN should be waiting for his own War Prism before moving out. The Prism is still not yet out. Getting a 3rd Immortal instead. One Adept just shade into the main. Doing what I can. And we're expecting War Prism. There it is. Prism is on the way. With that, ReBellioN can start to push. You can start to move out. He's warping in more Adepts. Kosit, he cannot fight this head on. He cannot. Kosit, he pulls away. Pulls away, he rotates. Here comes the main push. Here comes the main army. What is at home to defend? Nothing. There's nothing at home. Oh no! Catching out 2 reinforcing stalkers. Kosit, he commits. ReBellioN does take notice. He's like, hold on, where were the stalkers going? He does find the main army. ReBellioN out of position. Do we recall? There is a recall available. ReBellioN, he's racing back. He's gonna take a while. Ay, ay, ay. But he will catch up. Yeah, he will keep up with this army. Bearing in mind that Kosit, he can be the one to recall instead. We gotta get out of here. He blinked down. Blinked down to the Immortals. No. Does slip away. Kind of. I mean, gets away with what? 5 Stalkers? Afraid so. That was 8 Stalkers going down. Again, not a worthwhile trade for Kosit. Going for the ninja. I would have liked this earlier. The problem with this ninja expansion is that the all-in is coming. Like ReBellioN is already pushing. Like this ninja base, it's not going to help out here. Not like this. Not like this. But I do appreciate it nonetheless. So Prism's going to be focused down. Nice time for the Prism. Totally in the small anyway. Like we can just commit. Just warping from back at home. As ReBellioN has arrived. Shading on the army, looking down the Adepts, sorry, looking down the Stalkers. Nice force field ensuring that the army cannot get away. Oof. And with that, GG gets called. ReBellioN, he will snowball out of control. He will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. With that, ReBellioN, he will claim a lead in the series. Again, Kosit, unfortunately, even though he had a really nice setup with a pylon in the main base, with a threat of the Adeptress in the main as well, he was unable to keep up the shades of ReBellioN, and ReBellioN, he shaded up into the main base, got into the mineral line, and did wreak havoc. He killed 10 probes across the map. Meanwhile, Kosit, because of all the chaos, because of the attempted defense, he wasn't able to focus on his own aggression, so he just shaded into the mineral line. He left his Adepts on a move, and there was a battery, there were units in position, so his own Adept counterattack failed to do damage. Failed to do any damage. So again, unfortunately, Kosit was caught being inattentive, and GG. With that, he took a massive loss, took a massive deficit, and was not able to recover. And with that, ReBellioN takes a lead, and we'll see if ReBellioN can close it out. We'll see if Kosit can bounce back. Let's go. Let us go. So we are loading into game número 2. Número 2. When it comes to the rest of the bracket, we'll be delving into it momentarily. We will get there. We will get there. As game 2 is going to be on the Old Republic. Let's go. We are loading in. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of the Old Republic, we have the pink Protoss player. We have the pink Protoss from South Korea representing among us the two people. It is ReBellioN. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the yellow Protoss player himself. The yellow Protoss from the land of Hong Kong. It is Kosit. Here we go. We have our first matchup. We have our PvP. When it comes to ReBellion's play last game, again, it was nothing too crazy. He was able to take a lead early on and just double down into the 2-base all-in. Yes, technically ReBellioN did take a 3rd base last game, but he didn't need to. Like, he had already taken a massive lead and he was already committing into a big 2-base push anyway, which did snowball out of control. Hopefully this time Kosit can keep up with the Adept shades. If you recall, it all came down to the Adepts. It all came down to the Adepts shading to the main base, shading past the ramp and into the mineral line. That's the moment when ReBellioN killed 10 probes, took a massive lead, and never did lose that lead. So we're going to keep up with the harassment here of ReBellioN. Likewise, ReBellioN can be a very cheeky player. He can play standard, he can play very chaotic, very aggressive, so eyes are on ReBellioN to see how he does follow up. As welcome to the Old Republic. The Old Republic is a larger map. The map pool, larger map, longer rush distance by ground. This does often lead to longer and later games, at least coming into the mid game. But PvP, I mean, doesn't matter how big the map is, you can still commit, you can still be hyper aggressive. You know, that's the strength of the Warband mechanic. So this can still lead into some more aggressive games themselves here in PvP. Oh, the probes. Well, let's go. Let us go. Meanwhile, thank you so much. Thanks so much. A big shout out to Berry Crunch for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session, I'm assuming. Hope you had a great time. Welcome. Bienvenidos, papi. Bienvenidos. Welcome to the Sparkling Tuna Cup, the STC. This is a weekly tournament, weekly open cup. We've been running this event, so this is the longest running open cup out there. More than What Is TV Monday or Pixar Cup or Monday Night Weeklies. We've been around for a very, very long time. And if you wish, exclamation mark, be in the chat to get a command for the bracket to have a look at the matches ahead of us here. We have players of the caliber of Classic, we got Beyond, we got Trigger as well, we got Creator, Nicaract, and many others. I will say that usually our tournaments are on Sundays, so this is a bit of a rarity. This is also why the signups are a little bit lower than usual, but that's because we're live here on a Tuesday. The reasoning for this is because we did not want to clash with RSL. RSL has been live on the weekends, has been live on Saturday and Sunday, so we've been avoiding that and trying to reschedule to kind of make sure we don't step on each other's toes and leave room for RSL. So when RSL wraps up, we should be going back to Sundays. Back to Sundays. Otherwise, we're settling in. We're settling in. So far, we have our initial Stargate follow-ups here. Both players are expanding. No proxy, no cheese, no shenanigans early on. Not yet. Not this time. Not this time. Oh. But again, hope you all had a great time. Bienvenidos, papi, bienvenidos. And from here we are going to be building up. Is going to be a Phoenix opener out of Kosit. I believe Kosit didn't scout. Yeah, Kosit is not aware of the tech of choice. Likewise, neither is ReBellioN. Okay, so no one has scouted anyone here, but Kosit does blindly go Phoenixes into a second Stargate, actually. Double Stargate mass Phoenix production. This should hard counter the Oracle. The Oracle should not find some damage here. Hopefully, ReBellion's able to keep it hidden and maybe come in from behind. We'll see. As the Oracle does race across the map and the Phoenixes are ready. You see ReBellioN going for his own switch into Blink Stalkers. Just a singular Oracle opener. Adept does shade in. Just the one Adept does get a full scout. Nice scout here. Kosit does confirm the Stargate. He knows. And the Mass Phoenix can shut this down. Now, it's going to be all about the counterattack from here. Not just shutting down the Oracle, but also getting across the map and gaining map control. Oracle dives in, Phoenix is out of position. Ooh, yeah, they were out of position, and with that, we're just going to throw away the Oracle. 4, 5, up to 6 probe kills. Can we get 7? Can we get 8? Oh my god. almost 9. 8 probes go down. That should not have happened. Yeah, I mean, I say that. We had the tools to defend. Unfortunately, Kosit, he was not quite in position. He saw the Stargate. He knew that the Oracle was coming, but he had all of his Phoenixes clumped up here outside of his main, not quite on the northern side of the map. So Kosit, he was out of position. You can see him rotate over. This tells us that he's looking for potentially a second Oracle. There is none. Again, we're going for that blink switch. Kosit did not see the Twilight Council. Not fully aware, but can start to be active. Start to threaten. Back at him, ReBellioN has got his battery. He has a shield battery. Additional Stalkers. So far, it does deflect here in the main. And likewise, plenty of units here with the natural. Does get a Phoenix. Oh, gets one. Yeah, one Phoenix goes down. Doesn't quite get the other. Blink is not yet done. But so far, this has not been worth it for Kosit. Again, to lose 8 probes across the map, that was a brutal start. These Phoenixes have a lot of catching up to do. Ay. As ReBellioN is the first to expand, third base is almost done. Kosit, he is quite far behind when it comes to his own third base timing. And we're building up more Stalkers. Blink is almost done. Oh no! Get out of here! Yeah, Blink finishes. Catching in depth. ReBellioN pulls back. Now, typically, when we do go into Mass Phoenix and we are up against Mass Blink Stalker, we should be seeing a Robo transition, a third base into a Robo into Immortal production, so we should be seeing like a Phoenix Immortal composition setup here for Kosit. He's still stuck on Mass Phoenix, which will not help in a head-on engagement here, especially with leading out Phoenixes. Another Phoenix goes down. Better damage, 6 probes at least do fall. I say 6, getting up to 7. Oof. Our Phoenixes are getting picked off, and again, this is the main army, by the way. There's nothing else on the ground, nothing else to stop ReBellioN. And here he comes. ReBellioN moves out. Phoenixes, they are trying to backstab. They can always recall back home. Spinning all the lifts here in the mineral line. We'll get a bunch of workers, but at the same time, can the main army be stopped? The answer is no. There's nothing. Now we get the Robo. This Robo is so late. This Robo is so delayed. As we mentioned, typically you do want Immortals. Ideally, you do want Phoenix Immortal, but again, it's just too far away. We're too far out from that. GG gets called. Here comes a counterattack, and ReBellioN will claim the series 2-0, advancing on to the next round. GG. GG, well played. ReBellioN, he will claim the series. Shout out to Kosit for standing up here to ReBellioN. Game 1 was really unfortunate. If you missed it, game 1, we saw that Kosit, he was very, very sneaky. He got a pylon in the main base who was getting ready to warp in and to harass in the main base and slip into that mineral line, but Kosit was distracted. ReBellioN got into the main base first and caused a lot of chaos, and it all fell apart early on there for Kosit. He had so much potential in that first game, but didn't quite come to pass. Similar here in game number 2, where Kosit, he blindly went to double Stargate Phoenix. He scouted the Stargate opener of his opponent. He knew the Oracle was coming, but he didn't pre-split the army, right? He didn't split up his army to defend both entrances into his bases. He got caught with his pants down. 8 probes fell, and he fell behind early on. Ideally, Mass Phoenix is able to give you map control and able to contain your opponent and just threaten them while you build up and get a third back at home. But Kosit was late to get a third base and late to get his own Robo as well. The Phoenixes weren't quite worth it. Didn't pay for themselves. GG. GG, well played. With that, ReBellioN does claim the series, and let's catch up on the rest of the bracket. Let's go.